Good evening. Let us discuss 23rd May 2015 newspaper. So there was some technical issue, though we have posted, it was not appearing in the show me, so we are unable to do that. So let's get back into the newspaper again. So the first thing is the Facebook with 1.4 billion users, it is also determining the course of the news industry. More than 9 important publishers across the world, they signed an agreement with the Facebook where the news will be spontaneously delivered to the Facebook from there to the readers. So the new Facebook is becoming an intermediary between the news agency and its readers. So this phenomenon is called as instant article delivery. And in this case, the revenue sharing agreement is providing for a benefit to the news agencies. Especially in this era, the money from or the revenues from print media are decreasing and digital media are increasing. Added to that, the revenue foregone in print media cannot be compensated by digital media now. So this can provide them an alternative. At the same time, there is another challenge over here. Their dependency on the Facebook is also increasing. It means that they are going to be vulnerable to the marketing statistics or tactics of the Facebook. So in this case, what the article suggests is the news agencies shall diversify their sources or shall provide the news to the multiple agencies. So this is what the article talks about. Now, it means the social media is going to impact the people what we want to read, or it's going to provide for a limitation or provide for a choice what we shall read. That's what is the thing which is going to happen. Next is the pictorial warnings. So with regard to the pictorial warnings, recently the pictorial pictures that was rejected by the central government. Now the Bollywood has complained that the pictorial warnings, that is no smoking when the movie runs, has also need to be removed. It is disturbing or it is interfering with their creative work. Now US Surgeon General, he has clearly said that between 15 to 27 years across this particular group, the movies are a major influence for smoking. And bringing the movies with smoking under PG-13 category, that is where parental guidance is necessary to watch a movie, it has reduced the incidence of the smoking in United States of America. In India also, more than 27% of the tobacco consumption is in the age group 15 to 27 years or 15 to 24 years. So in this context, the health of the people has to be prioritized over the commercial interests of the few people. So what it is being suggested is the government shall go forward and it has to continue the warnings, either pictorial warnings or statutory warnings or some literary warnings whenever how the smoking is dangerous. Next is, this article is about the Delhi tussle. This article talks about what is the status of Delhi. I mean, what are the constitutional status of Delhi? It is by 239 AA subclause 4. And there is Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Act. Next is parliamentary conversations related to that. And after that, we also need to look into judgments of the Supreme Court. So judgments of the Supreme Court with regard to Chief Secretary's position vis-a-vis Chief Minister vis-a-vis Governor. So what are the positions? Now, Delhi, is it close to a union territory or is it close to a state? That is analyzed in this article beautifully. Now, Article 239 AA, what it says is the Chief Minister and Council of Ministers shall advise the Lieutenant Governor in Delhi on his legislative functions on various laws. And second is the Lieutenant Governor also can act in his discretion if specified by a particular law. So in this context, the GNCT, the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi, it provides for discretion with three subjects. One is land, the second is police, third is public order. These are the three subjects on which Lieutenant Governor has discretion, where he need not follow the instructions of the Chief Minister. And parliamentary proceedings on this particular act, while enactment also has clearly said that, they also clearly said that Parliament has to be, the elected government has to be responsible to the people. So, the objective of the law is to establish a responsible government in Delhi. And next, if you see Chief Secretary and Chief Minister relationship with two cases, that is Royappa case and Salil Sublok case, the Supreme Court has clarified that they shall, Chief Secretary, DGP, both of them shall share a common understanding of the administration. So similar vision of administrative goals and requirements of the state. So it means the Chief Minister shall have a discretion in appointment of these people. And after that, if you can clearly see the Chief Minister and Governor relationship, in Samsher Singh case, the Supreme Court said Governor shall act on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers headed by Chief Minister. Now, other than these three functions mentioned in GNCT, the Delhi is like any other state, where it has the right to enact on the subjects mentioned in state list in the Schedule 7 of the Constitution. So in this context, this controversy has to be ended, and the primacy to the representative government shall be provided over the appointed authority. That's what is the author argues. And next is law panel moots the joint custody of minors. Previously, in the case of a divorce, mother automatically used to get the custody of a child. Now the Hindu Minority and Guardianship Act and the Guardians and Wards Act. So it is, some changes were recommended for this. So it talks about the joint custody of minors now. So it is in line with the Article 14 of the Constitution. Next is, being Maoist is not a crime. It means that Maoism or else following or thinking on Maoist lines cannot be a ground for arresting an individual. The Kerala High Court has clarified. A person, if he has violated the law, visibly violated the law, then only the person can be arrested for. So it has a long way, it may go a long way in protecting the rights of the citizens. Probably the topic is evolving, we will see it in few more articles very soon. And next is, with regard to Rohingyas, these are the Muslims, Muslim minorities in Myanmar. So these Muslim minorities are not recognized as the citizens of Myanmar. So these are the countryless people. So in this context, they are migrating to different places. And also there is human violations or else smuggling of human beings in Thailand. So they are becoming the victims of this human trafficking. So as they are moving to the Southeast Asian countries, as these countries were not ready to invite them, it has set in a humanitarian crisis. In this context, America said that the Rohingyas has to be provided for a citizenship status, though it is not explicitly said, through the informal channels it is communicating now. Obama government claims a big victory with regard to the Myanmar in its foreign affairs. But however, the Rohingya situation is no better. And next is, what the Rajan talks about is growth. Here, different countries, that is developed economies and emerging economies, they are divergent in their paths with regard to the growth are concerned. Because of this, the protective measures across the countries, it is shifting the crisis from one country to the other country. So what he says is, for growth stagnation, Shifting the crisis is not the solution. Fighting the crisis together is the solution. So in this context, a coherent effort is necessary. So what he talks about, the growth has to be improved. Addition of the growth comes through structural reforms and improving the efficiency. And next is financing the infrastructure in Asia is of one important need to improve the growth of the globe as a whole. And another thing Dr. Rajan talks about is so better safety nets are to be created in the world to feel every country self-insured. So it means we have to develop a global economic order which was away from post-World War II scenario, where confidence shall build the global economic order, confidence between the countries. This is what is the Rajan talks about. This is what is the newspaper today. Thank you.